Hi guys. As the former head of state, Yakubu Gowon keep on, confessing about this Biafra war, that. Igbo women feel that he have not actually revealed the truth about Aburi Accord, what happened. So they have urged Gowon to reveal the truth so that he could get peace. If he buy tomorrow, he go know say he don't free himself, just like waiting Babangida don't do. Welcome back to Prospect Channel TV. This one another Ogbonge update. Wetin dey happen for this country today, my people, you don't too much. So Igbo women under the aegis of Igbo Women Assembly, IWA, have urged the former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, retired, to break his silence and say the truth about the Aburi Accord. The group insisted that there was nothing wrong in honoring victims of the Nigerian Civil War, contrary to misconceptions about Biafra Day anniversary. The Igbo women who spoke on the heels of the recent sit-at-home declared by Biafra agitators on May 30 in honor of those who lost their lives while defending the defunct republic said, "Remembering fallen heroes and heroines is a global practice that should not be criminalized." National President of IWA, Lolo Nneka Chimezie, said that Biafra Remembrance Day has got to be part of our history that cannot be suppressed. While appealing to the former head of state to come out clean on the Aburi Accord, Chimezie urged Gowon not to die with the truth about Aburi Accord and the real cause of the Biafra war. She commended all those who, despite all odds, observed the sit-at-home in honor of all those, both soldiers and civilians, who died in the course of the avoidable war. Igbo women want to put it on record that those who died while defending us during the Civil War were not goats, but our beloved husbands and youth. We don't believe that setting aside a day to remember them is a crime. She advised the federal government to find a way to recognize the Biafra Day as a part of Nigerians' history, instead of futile attempts to suppress the day or calm down on those observing it. The women group president said, contrary to misconceptions and propaganda by the federal government, members of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, are not the architects of insecurity in the southeast, but criminal elements sponsored by enemies of Igbo. The women group disagreed with the National Security Advisor, Ribado, that IPOB is behind the insecurity in the southeast, arguing that criminal elements sponsored by Igbo enemies are masterminds of the unrest in the zone. She demanded an apology from Nigeria for the Igbo who she said were unjustly treated. However, we have done a lot of research and discovered that the Civil War was avoidable. The first narration that the 1966 coup was Igbo coup, as recently confirmed by General Ibrahim Babangida, has not been addressed. Why can't Nigeria apologize to Igbo for the false accusation which led to the avoidable civil war? The women told Gowon that no amount of prayers can bring true healing and reconciliation without genuine apologies to pacify the spirit of the war casualties. Why is it that 56 years after Civil War, the shadow of the war and the blood of innocent Igbo shed during the pogrom are still haunting Nigeria? Instead of learning their lessons and apologizing, Nigeria is still harassing those remembering their loved ones who died in the war. We cannot stop talking of the war. Even the unborn generation will hear of it. She added, The women therefore called for the release of the IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu, which they said will serve as part of the healing process. Meanwhile, once again, the former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, has described the Nigerian Civil War of 1967 to 1970 as the most challenging phase of his life. He stated that his decisions during the conflict were guided by a sense of duty, not hatred. Gowon made these remarks in Abuja on Saturday while receiving a Lifetime Integrity and Achievement Award at the 5th Convention of the Christian Men's Fellowship of the Abuja Anglican Diocese. Speaking in the event, themed Men of Honor Living with Integrity in a Culture of Dissent, the former military leader reflected on his time in power, noting that preserving national unity during the war came at a personal and moral cost. I always remember the Civil War. It was the most difficult period of my life, Gowon said. It was not my choice, but I had to be there and had to do what I did in order to keep this country together. It was never out of hatred against any people. I can assure you, he added. He stressed the importance of truth, reconciliation, and forgiveness in Nigerian's nation building process and encouraged citizens to embrace unity across religious and ethnic divides. Nigerians Fashion Report. Gowon at 90 further revealed that his leadership has always been rooted in prayer and a deep desire to act with integrity and compassion. As far as this heart is concerned, everything that I do is through prayers, he said. I ask God to help me to do the right thing the way he thinks it should be done, with love and respect for all the people. That is why, in the end, we said no victor, no vanquished. He commended Nigerians' progress since the Civil War and urged Nigerians to support government efforts to promote peace and mutual respect. The former president, Goodluck Jonathan, who served as the chairman of the occasion, was represented by the former executive secretary of the Nigerian Christian Pilgrims Commission, John Kennedy Okpara. He congratulated the awardees for their exemplary lives and enduring integrity. So guys, what's your take on this? Let's hear from you. Kindly drop your comments below the comment section and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Share this video, make it go viral so that Nigerians could understand what they happen today in the Nigerian political landscape. Thank you. See you in my next video. Bye for now.